Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fire Red Chaos Randomizer. We are going to wake up this Snorlax and then hopefully sneak through Cycling Road, get to Fuchsia City, Safari, and get a ton of Pokemon to fill up the decks enough that we can get the EXP share and activate Go mode effectively. Um, let's see if... Alright, that's wonderful that we can just poison this since it's level 30, and then hopefully we just get it. Because once we have the EXP share, we don't have to worry about switch training, and we can just run with so much in terms of evolving Pokemon in the box and seeing what we get to fill out an amazing team to go take on Blue. And this is important because of the 50% trainer level boost. And although that this is not a Kanto Pokemon or one that evolves, it's still probably nice to get it in the event that it has a good item. I think we'll just go with our Fake Out Mon first. Is there something up here that we can grab? Nope, we don't have 40. We only have 30 kinds of Kanto Pokemon at this point. Like, great. Perfect. Alright. Now hope... Oh, crap. Well, I avoided a lot of them. Hopefully that this guy has... Oh, Meditite. 1150 Meditite. Okay. Alright, it's super effective. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, these guys have randomly level 50 Pokemon. I am going to need to start fighting a lot more trainers to get the stats to have beat someone with a more serious team than just a Meditite. Dang it. So close to getting through. Wait, that's a steel type. This is going to be super effective. One thing I remember because we have Moss on our team. Alright, please be faster. Thank you. Yeah, the Paris that evolved into this Don fan is so useful. For how big of a threat that was very little experience. You don't necessarily have poison points, so we're just going to keep going Ice Beam, the fighting type move that is stab for some reason. That is very little experience considering... Oh, that's... Intimidate's not great. I guess we'll use our special attack then and see what happens. It's so random what gives good experience or not. Because trainer Pokemon give a lot of experience, theoretically. Mudsport, the worst move in all of Pokemon. Because if you're a ground type and know it, you probably are already immune to electricity. There's probably worse moves in Pokemon, but Mudsport is just such a feel-bad move. Right? We made it. Oh goodness. Alright. That's wonderful. We are going to completely ignore the bird keepers. So we're here. We can get to the Safari Zone. We haven't beaten Erica, so we don't have strength. but I don't think that's not needed for the Safari Zone specifically. Alright, that went incredibly smoothly. And now we just have to get an absolute metric load of Pokemon. Let's check to see what this Dunsparce has anything useful. You have a citrus berry. That is ground grass. Its normal ability is Serene Grace. That's... terrible moveset though. I probably should try and remember to grab that citrus berry later, but this works. So everyone in Koga's gym is probably going to be a nightmare. There's the mark. Well, I'm going to try and say I should save cash for the Safari because I'm probably going to do a couple of runs because of this wanting to check everything, not alone just getting the stuff. Thank you for the Safari balls. Alright, so first priority is just get to the Surf and Gold Teeth. A level 5 Charizard. That's wonderful. Yeah. And then if I have a super rod, I can even get more variety. Nope. Don't need to name you yet. See if there's something other than a Charizard. Alright. Well, that works though. We got a Kanto Pokemon with 0 effort. And we did not waste any steps. I can't remember if this is right. Hey, a Chansey for the lucky. We already have a Chansey, dang it. Well, that was unfortunate. Let's see if we get any fish in this spot. Alright, we already have Jump Bluff. Might as well grab this. Rollout is not bad. Gosh darn it, Chansey. More deep sea items. This area is like only Chansey, which is hilarious because of how rare it is normally. Please be something that is not Chansey. That's new. Alright. Please just work. Dang it. Just more Safari balls, I guess. Perfect. That's at least 2 more Kanto Pokemon for no effort. Alright, more Kanto Pokemon. I guess I'll get that item later. Is it... Dang it, now I'm forgetting where I'm supposed to go on the safari zone. Okay, slack off at least immediately would evolve on level, so we might as well try for it since we have so many safari balls. Alright, I guess it's continuing to watch carefully as I try and remove it from its maybe natural habitat? Who knows at this point? I guess I can check this way. No, this does not look right. Well, I might as well catch this because I'm here. A happiness evolution is probably not going to go very well, but it's at least more options. Nope. Well, that doesn't... That just straight up doesn't help me at all because it can't evolve. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have to go up and around. Did I fish in this area yet? I don't think so. Glider doesn't evolve, but it's at least... It's not an Illuminance. Aw, not even... Come on, game. I love the octillery, so might as well grab it. It's just so silly. Just catching so many Pokemon. At least a couple of them have helped. And then I can go grab the Super Rod from Lavender, and then I can get a whole lot of extra fishing encounters. And that should definitely... Well, that should hopefully allow everything to be easier to get those last ones. Dang it. Oh wait, no, this is right. Revenge, alright. Negative priority is not amazing, but it is still a TM. Waterstone, alright, that's a free item. Moltres, alright. This is probably going to be hard to catch. Hopefully not too bad, but that is another Pokemon for the dex that counts if we get it. I forget whether rock or bait makes it easier to catch. I think bait makes it harder to catch and more likely to stay, and rock makes it more likely to leave, but yeah. Okay, so Moltres is in this area, so that's good to know. Is this the one where I get surfed? Alright. cool. We got surf. And we can get strength, so we can still use it to, you can still teach it to Pokemon. We just can't use it super effectively. Come on, give me a fish. I guess theoretically I could also go find where the good rod is, but I forgot exactly. That might be in Celadon? Voltorb. I already have one, dang it. I got so excited. I was just like, yeah, Voltorb. Alright, so I've checked all of the water, so I guess might as well just run around in the grass. You evolve via a leaf stone, so that's easy enough to grab. I'm pretty sure I even have one in my inventory. I have a Pikachu, so I can grab a Thunderstone if need be. I think I need to beat Erica in order to use Strength. Alright, this is a good hotspot for Pokemon. Assuming that they get the balls. But they have been doing a pretty good job of that so far. So I think it's not going to be too bad to grab the EXP share and then just start fighting everybody. No one is safe. Except this Pinsir because they ran away. Hey, buddy. I know there's at least 2 in this spot that I can grab. That aren't slack off. Alright, come on, Moltres or Pinsir. And he was like, nope. At least I was able to get everything. Alright, that works. This should hopefully have a high catch rate. Yeah, and I only got a few encounters of in the first areas, so probably one more safari run after this is in order. Because I could check to see how many steps I have left, but knowing Pinsir and Moltres are here, I think it's worth it to just burn steps and try and get those encounters. Machamp. Okay, that's another unique encounter that counts. Yes! Oh, the Safari Zone is so good for this run. And the evolution chains are going to be so strange. Alright, we got Pinsir back. And that was plenty of steps to get back here, but I did at least was like on track for the route. Okay, so I've seen a whole lot of things. Let's see, how many steps do I have left? 14. Oops. I guess I'll just run it out and hope I get Moltres and go from there. Alright. Well, that was incredibly successful. Alright. Now let's do one more and check the other areas more thoroughly. And then once that's done, Super Rod and figure out and go from there. Alright, already have one of those. Typhlosion is not, like, it's a nice Pokemon, but not what we're looking for right now. And Delip. Alright. And the grass here certainly is interesting. And Delk. What an interesting patch of grass. And I already have a Donphan. Alright. That was a ton of encounters. I guess let's just go to the next area. Or catch this guy, I guess. So many encounters in this first area. That's wonderful. And very silly. Oh, come on. You know you want to get in the ball, because you're a cute little metal guy. Dang. Alright. I know it evolves at 30, which is not wonderful, but it's still not bad. Okay, we're committed. This shoot, it's so close. It's so hard when it's just like, come on. All you had to do is stay in for like 2 more frames. There we go. There's just so many Pokemon. Alright, now if I remember correctly, here was just infinity chances. It's a... Oh my goodness, we can catch so many EVs. Because then we've got 3 different stones that we can use for them. Alright, I am curious. Where are we on the Pokédex? 38. That is really good progress so far. I think we started at 31, 32. Yeah, more EVs! It's not guaranteed, but it is absolutely straightforward that we get more, Pokemon. Alright, one more, and then I'll have one for all 3 evolution stones. The night and day evolutions will probably just have to be taken or left, because I don't know how to get all the happiness levels up. When you're happy to see a Spearow, but then you just remember you already have one. Spinnerack evolves fast, I think. Or is it just Ladybug, Lady, and evolve fast? Oh well, it's at least worth the stuff. I'm just so happy that with getting the guaranteed EXP share and having so much trainer work to do, there's just going to be the team's going to be stacked, and I'm so excited. Alright, we don't need the extra Spinnerack. We might as well start moving to a different grass patch. Alright, cool. We got that item. Yeah. There were so many Chansey here the last time I was through. I thought I got like 5 Chansey and I haven't seen any of them. That's very strange. Okay, Chimecho, you can get in the Pokeball. I loved the Chimecho quest in Legends Arceus. It was just so cute. It's just like, I just want a spot to hang out and be someone's wind chime. And you had to find so many different spots for it. It was just adorable and I loved it. Alright, perfect. Alright, we'll save nicknames for, because I think we'll save nicknames for later. I'm pretty sure that the name raiders in Fuchsia, or they might be on one of the Sevi Islands, I don't know. We can fix the names later. Alright, so, oops. Alright, one more encounter and we are out of here. Yep. Alright, so I don't think we've hit all the unique ones. Wheezing, alright, that's new. Yeah, so after this is probably going to be Celadon and get some stones and get the stone evolutions through, and then go get the super rod and roll with it until we get all of the get all the Pokemon we need. Can't remember if I checked down very much. Alright, so this is the Nuzleaf spot, so I think the only one we're missing is Moltres, unless there's another low chance encounter. What is in this particular spot? Alright, Mareep evolves fast. I think it's 15 and 30. So worst case, we can absolutely just catch this, and I don't have rare candies for it, but it can still very much evolve quickly. Alright. Second Chimecho is welcome, but not needed right now. Oops. I'm just mashing too fast. Okay, so I think we've already seen this encounter table. Yeah, we've already gotten this encounter table. Yes, I think there's only one, maybe two spots left to check. I think this is one. Free leaf stone, perfect. I think I already had one in inventory, but having a free one for the Nesleaf is welcome. Alright, I might as well huck the ball because I don't know if I have enough steps left to do a super thorough search. I have a feeling this evolves at 31, but I'm probably incorrect. But I think that's at least the ballpark. I love how happy Sunflora is, but I probably should have just tried to catch it. So this safari run is almost over. I think I did a very good job of cleaning up a lot of the encounters. And it's going to be stone evolution time. This guy almost one-shot a whole lot of Pokemon. Right. Yeah, I think not. Not last time knockoff was incredibly powerful. I don't need a shift tree. Alright, we did catch a whole bunch. You're not at 50, but I think we do absolutely have enough to do a little bit of inventory. And also just take any items off of the mods. Sorry about the cut, had something very quick to take care of, but we are back and are going to be ready to start on getting all these evolution stones through. But first I should just grab the items. Right, put that in the bag. Cool. So many random bags. I don't need the suit belt right now. Repel is okay. We'll take the TM. Star piece is really useful. Alright, none of them have items. Alright. So now I think the first one we just need is Nesleaf. And I guess one of the EVs. And we'll grab them. bubbles and get them at least over here. I do want to check out some of these ones. A dragon type victory bell with arena trap, and yeah, that'll do it. It's not terrible. Magnitude is a ghost type. That's pretty hilarious. How's our buddy Chimeco? Just a flying type. Oh, 123 special defense. No moves, but that is... Okay, so wheezing is fast and the specialist. Alright, that's not awful. Bug dragon. Oh. This is so strange. It's just all of another bug dragon, but with flash fire. Okay. Fighting dark. Inner folk. You have Giga. Okay, that is. And haze. Alright, that's got some potential. Because Giga Drain is always a useful thing to have. Airlock, except you have Wither Ball. Alright. That's so silly. Alright, let's see what items can I... Okay, we don't have anything that we need to withdraw at the moment. Yeah, so it's just... Okay, so we've got a Firestone and a Waterstone and a Leafstone. Alright. We just don't have a Thunderstone. Alright, let's see what we got. Trico, okay. Stranger things have happened. Alright. Sure, if I remember correctly, Drill Peck was... We'll get rid of present. Alright. I guess we'll try Firestone first. And if I recognize it to be something, then I can stop it and use the Waterstone, I guess. That's an Umbreon. Okay, Firestone to get Umbreon is pretty hilarious. Another fighting type mon. Intimidate. Aerial Ace. With Fire Aerial Ace and it's a mixed attacker. That's not bad. So then I think it is... Right, we've just got the one EV. That is all of the stone evolutions. I guess minus that Pikachu, but the Pikachu is not gonna... Yeah, we're at 40, so the Pikachu is not going to solve it itself. That's just the one stone. Alright. But the Super Rod, I think, should get us a lot of options. It might be a little bit more difficult than just like the good rod. Magneton, heck yeah, we might already have this. I have a strong feeling we already have this, but it is another Pokemon. Dang it. Okay. But it absolutely has a different move set now. Yeah, it's flying with immunity to poison, but it has the Eevee move set. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, we are going to grab Bookman back over this Magneton. Is there anything that is super going to evolve like instantly? This Wormpole will evolve instantly. So for switch training on if I need to switch train, I can absolutely use that. Let's see. I don't think we need any stones right now. This mart hopefully has Ultra Balls. And then we fly to Lavender and start getting this, get the Super Rod and make rounds. Want to keep the Sunstone. Don't need a critical hit ratio for Chansey or the Glitter Mail. Alright, Ultra Balls. That will help. Alright. Alright, and then I have a lot of TMs and Strength and Surf. And Strength and Surf are probably the ones to look at first. Alright, Surf is not... Okay. Yeah, that can go over tackle. Jeez. I probably could also have just done that on Firm a while, but that's great. Alright, now back to Lavender Town. You know, you can go first, and I'll just make sure to have... someone ready to swap. Because these trainers theoretically shouldn't be too much of a threat. I don't think I've fished here yet. All right. All right, that was at least informative. No aid. Alright, didn't check what all of the other random TMs did. Alright, HMs are first. Hypnosis, that is... Alright, Revenge is solid, especially for a slow Pokemon. Sludge is really good. Slam is bad. Tail Whip. Gosh. Rollout seems crazy. Alright, please just look the other way. We'll just go fishing here and we'll see if we can catch anything. Come on, I saw you were spinning. What a jerk. Alright, I guess we'll just have to walk past. Alright, that is not crazy. Hopefully we just get the level and get some type of useful evolution. Oh wait, that's just... Oh no. Get a moss. That's not good. Fury Cutter is also very not good. Okay, so it's sure we'll try grass if you resist water. Okay, that's not great. I guess we'll try electric while your defense is raised. I guess that also didn't work. This could be a dragon, maybe? Hopefully Ice Beam just... Alright, yay. Alright, the Wurmple's evolving. That's at least... That's where... Okay, that's a Pokemon. And it's faster. Like, Moss is like middle of the road speed. Okay. Very specially defensive, just like in vanilla, but I guess we mornings. Alright, the person with my mon with toxic is down, but this should... Okay, I guess it's just a normal chance. Alright, imprisoned failed. Alright. Here we go. Let's at least humor future sight. No. Goodbye, Clamp Pearl. Alright, so close. All we have to do is just get to the fisherman's house, and we get the super rod, and everything is golden. Meowth, that's amazing. Unless I already have one. I know Meowth evolves later than I want to train this to, but that is great. I already have one. Dang. Okay, please look the other way. Like, why did you do that? I just want my fishing rod. Oh wait, if Moss is a steel type, I could go for Hydro Cannon, because I think I have a TM for it. And then with the Super Rod, though, so why I've been so focused on the Super Rod at this point is that the Super Rod will have, it has at least two, usually has at least like 2, maybe 3 different Pokemon that I can get from it. So, with that being the case, if I go to an area that I've already fished, it's very likely that I will find more, like with more encounters and with the higher levels, it should be relatively safe to train Pokemon up. Alright. Why are all of these fishermen not just spinners, but like listeners to see where you are? Like, what jerks? Like, all I want to do is go and get a fishing rod. It would have been so much faster to probably just go through the Snorlax. Alright, but at least Moss is going to be very strong after all of this. Alright, this should be faster animations. Ugh. I say as then it uses Bullet Seed. I guess Whirlpool was the correct choice. Wait, this is... I think it's just a fighting. But not very much special defense. Okay, sure. Seems like these guys are just not giving very much experience. Or it could just be I'm used to like the newer games at this point where things are just like EXP just gets kind of like thrown at you. Okay. Oh, it's below the Snorlax anyway. Dang it, that's why I was... Okay, so that route was entirely just optional and not part of the time, other than I already have a slack off. Can I just run? That's wonderful. Is this the same? No, this is not the same route, I don't think. Or is it? Okay, it is the same route, since that's just another Delcatty. Okay, but here's the Super Rod. And the Super Rod was locked behind the Poco Flutes, which makes sense. Okay, yeah, I think we put moss up front for this, and we register the Super Rod. Alright. Yeah, I don't have to do the minigame from Ruby and Sapphire. Okay. I thought they would have been higher level than that, but I think in like vanilla, like original red Super Rod was like level 40. But I guess they lowered the levels, which is strange, or there's just maybe a huge range. Come on, Super Rod, don't let me down. Okay, so there's at least the 2 encounters. Let's see if there's a third. Okay, probably not that. Alright, but at least that is an improvement. I think it's now on to Cerulean, I think is a good place to start. Because there's going to be fishing along several routes, and I don't know if there's fishing in the city, but there's going to be at least a couple of things that I can do here. I don't think there is anything super grand that I can level easily. I think the Scyther is. Oh, yeah, because Scyther seems absolutely busted. So Trico would evolve. Oddish. Okay, so I only have 2 things that would evolve: the Trico and the I guess the Nidoran too. Steel Fire. Okay, you can hang out for right now, Trico. Alright. Just very determined at this point to get everything. Alright, so we're here on route 24. We should have 2 fishing encounters here. And I think I can also fish on Cycling Road. That is a Grovyle. Not what I'm looking for, and it evolves at 36, so it's not super conducive to what we're trying to do. Omastar, let's go. I guess we'll just huck an Ultra Ball, and if that doesn't work, change over to someone with Wonder. Change over to Bookman and see if we can poison it out. Alright, that worked. And I think after this, probably Celadon is going to be the next stop to potentially grab the Thunderstone for the Pikachu, and also if the good rod is actually in Celadon. Because that way I can at least try additional, even further encounters. Okay, so this is just Grovyle and Omastar, presumably. Alright, now we're on round 25. Alright, and then this will give us 2 more. Squirtle, let's go. Yeah, it's just an absolute catching spree this time. And Squirtle also evolves, not that it's going to be super easy. Alright, 43, so we need 7 more. Shouldn't be too horrible. That is amazing. That's just so good. Just 2 back to back, so that's just 6 more. And then to Celadon. Let's check the houses for the good rod first. Alright, no one looks like a fisherman. You don't, that's Team Rocket. And this is probably the Celadon Hotel. Alright. Department store. Is it the Fisher in here? Okay, so that's just the lady with the T. No. This is the Game Freak office. And that's the EV guy. Okay. That was a unfortunate detour, but at least it wasn't too bad because of the indoor running shoes. Is there anyone? I guess I can check the Pokemon Center. Okay, I guess I was wrong there in Celadon. Oh well. At least we have this pond. Here we go. Alright, already got him, champ. Alright, the champ was Dragon Bug. Ugh, that's not a... amazing type to fight. Yeah, that's a really poor type for Moss to fight. Okay, so theoretically this spot could be used for leveling. Maybe they were in Rock Tunnel. Or the fisherman was in Lavender Town. Well, they wouldn't be in Rock Tunnel, but they might be around here. I don't remember if I've tried the old rod specifically at this spot. I can check that after this. More Machamp, jeez. Come on, have it be not Machamp. Well, I got my wish, but it isn't helpful. Now, is this... okay. If I remember, I did not very thoroughly check the, grass here. Because I know there is a small patch of grass on it right now. Well, this guy, yeah, I absolutely did not check this grass patch for Pokemon now. Alright. This guy is also just apparently packing Pokemon with levels. I guess everyone just is at this point, but dang. Alright, what are your last two Pokemon? Alright, let's just keep going. Yeah, considering that it gets weaker with, I should probably teach something over, Eruption. No, it doesn't have the, negative with HP effect, but electric coverage is pretty nice. Alright. So I have not gotten any encounters in this particular grass before. And it is, not great. So close, but so far still. What a roster. Okay, so I just had everything, or it didn't. Okay. You know what, just in case it was Lavender Town, and I'm just being silly, we'll fly to Lavender here. Check the houses, see if I just missed a fishing guru or something. Ask the volunteer Pokemon house. That is probably name raid. That's not. Alright, so there's no water on that route. Palatown time. And then I guess there is Viridian City and the Road to the League. If it does decide to let me have a fish. Yes. Oh my goodness. I can't even use like cut to fight the Machamp because bug resists ice, I think. Which is so strange because bugs don't live through ice. Alright. That works. I'll just get in the Ultra Ball and stay there. Perfect. Okay, so that should be 5 left. And it seems like there's only 2 Pokemon per Super Rod slot. So it is what it is. Oh, maybe the fishing guy is just somewhere in the middle of Saffron. That could have been it, because I thought I remembered seeing him somewhere, and if he's in the middle of Saffron, that could make sense. Executor, alright. I know this is a long episode, but I'm so determined to get enough Pokemon and get the EXP share for this. It's going to be so useful in terms of just evolving everybody and just getting the team together. Honestly, that Scyther, especially since Dragon something, one of the HMs was like a 100 base power Dragon move. I think it was Surf or no, it was Strength. I think that was the. But yeah, since it was Strength, then it's gonna be so useful because it stabbed the Scyther seemed really fast and had a really good attack stat for the beat up spam. Alright, did I already get this Pokemon? It's a Wish Cache with Drizzle. That's a potentially good setup, but I don't need that. Here we are. Come on, Super Rod, don't fail me now. You're supposed to be the best rod, and you aren't catching any fish. I guess we'll try 2 inches to the left and see if the fish are biting. There we go. Alright, that's a Kanto Pokemon. Yes. Okay, so that should just be 4 left. 3 left. Alright, I miscounted. That's so great. Three more is very doable. Alright. I don't have one. That's amazing. Alright. And then I guess Viridian City's probably the next spot to be. Alright, try one more. Yes, boosting the catch rate was so worth it. I always love boosting the catch rate for these ones. This just makes it so much easier. Alright. Vermilion City, and then we have the route above and Vermilion, and between the two of them, actually maybe even the SS and docks. Alright. And then there is Cycling Road, and also the Fuchsia City. I don't think I have. Yeah, the fishing south of Fuchsia. Alright. So close. Yes. Okay, just one last Pokemon. That's it. Alright. I've just been quietly fishing so much. Alright, I also had all of the Safari Zone areas. Alright, 50, let's go. So now it is literally going to be just evolve guys and fight everyone. It's going to be so amazing. Hello. Yes, I have. Alright, please just need the correct... Yes. We did it. We've got EXP share. That took a little bit longer than I expected, but no matter. We are so ready to just start evolving stuff and getting up a final team for the Elite Four, and from having run around and just caught a bunch of random stuff. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying these ones, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya!